What's up, y'all? Today, man, I wanted to talk about why God gave me this YouTube channel. Right now, I want to talk about this for so many reasons. I want to express, what God has done for me and why He's using me, but I also want other people to see why God gives us these things, like how He leads our life, how He's literally the illustrator of the things that we didn't even plan to do, and how He puts us in place even when we don't want to. Like for me, y'all, I know God gave me this channel. He kind of like forced me to do this because I don't like attention. I don't like I don't like being on Front Street. I don't like everybody just being able to look at me and for me to speak in front of everybody. To keep it real, y'all, you put me in front of 1,000 people, I'm gonna get nervous. Like it's gonna be hard for me. I ain't even gonna front because I don't like that. Now I think over time though, I'll be Gucci because even in my old church, I had to speak in front of a lot of people, and that was a mega church. But I had little strategies and stuff too, like I'm gonna make them laugh, and then I'm good. But God gave me this channel for a reason, y'all, and I know that. Like I hope y'all can see that. And again, I never wanted to do this. I would rather talk to people one-on-one. I would rather talk to people one-on-one. I ain't even gonna front. I would rather talk to people one-on-one. That's what I used to do. People used to always call me up when I was younger and be like, Rudy, what you think of this? And let me know. And I would literally tell them like, yo, you already know that I'm gonna tell you the truth. So do you want me to tell you the truth? You sure you're gonna be able to handle it? And they'll be like, yeah, I'm calling you because I know you're gonna tell me the truth, because I know you're not gonna be biased, because I know if I ask my family this and that and this, blah, blah. Literally, when I tell y'all, literally a lot of people did that. I've literally helped people that was separated get back good in their marriage. I've helped people who was breaking up get back together in their relationship, and now they're married. I've helped people in their situations with the co-parent, with their family members and their fathers and their mom. Literally, y'all. And this was before I was even in psychology classes or taking up psychology. It's just something that I love to do. My thing is, I love to help people. And I look at my life, right? Because I always wanted those things to get better. And I always try to figure out, okay, what can I do different? What's happening here? Like I literally analyze it. If y'all understand the analyzing, the psychology part, I literally analyze it, which is also a part of discernment. Let me speak on that. That is a part of discernment. That's a part of the gift. That's one of my main gifts. So I like to see things that is hard for people to see. You get what I'm saying? So like if somebody has an issue in a relationship and they'll be like, well, this person is doing this to me and this person is doing that to me. And oh my God, I don't know why they're doing that. Come to me. If you come to me, then I am going to take a deeper look at this thing. I'm going to listen to you, right? I'm not a therapist. I don't even want to be a therapist because I'm not just here to listen. I'm here to help, to counsel, to give advice, to help lead you through it. How can we figure out what's hard to see? Right? How can we learn to navigate this thing? How can we combat it? How can we change? Is there something that we cannot see? Right? So somebody comes to me about something that they got going on with a relationship or something. This person make me feel boo, boo, boo. I comfort them. I'll be understanding, empathetic, compassionate. But then I start asking questions, right? After that, I start asking questions. I'll make sure they're comfortable. Then I'll start asking questions. I might even ask like, do you want me to help you? And a lot of times most people say yes, that's why they coming to me, right? And I'll be like, okay, you sure? What I'm saying might hurt you. If you can't take it, it might hurt. And they'll be like, yes. Literally, this happens in my life and has been for years. I'll be like, okay. So I'll be like, okay, when you felt like that, how was that person acting? And then I'll ask them, so questions like, okay, what was going on before that person acted that way? Like, let's dive into this. Then I'll ask them questions like, oh, that person said that. Okay, so tell me something about their life. What happened in their life? What happened to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, do they do this? Do they do that? Are they this type of person? When that person said this, what did they say to you? Because now I'm trying to figure out their love language. I'm trying to figure out what triggered this in that person that I'm speaking to and what triggered that in them, right? And then I'm going to try to give alternatives. We're going to try to combat. We're going to try to figure this thing out, right? To be understanding to that other person or to learn how to get through how they feel about it, how to see it a whole different way, right? Because God, for one, he doesn't want us to be offended. He knows we get offended. But a lot of times, because of our emotions, y'all, we can't see what's in front of us. Remember, we see surface level when we don't understand. But see, the spirit, God's truth, the light, reveals to us of what we cannot see. So I am always the person that wants to dig a little deeper to show someone what they cannot see. Hey, real quick, let me ask you a question. Are you tired of running into counterfeits? Are you tired of going out on dates with people and getting into relationships and realizing that this person doesn't really walk that walk, that they're actually a counterfeit and not someone that God sent? Are you tired of saying that you're abstaining or knowing that you're abstaining, and then you get into a relationship with somebody who actually claims they're abstaining from sex, but actually isn't? Are you tired of that? Do you really want to meet somebody who really is abstaining, who really is following Jesus, who really does want to put God first? But you have a hard time with that, and you probably think that God doesn't do this for you, right? Well, guess what? I got a book that I created, an ebook that I created called the 100 Kingdom Relationship Questions. This book right here will definitely be able to help you see what you couldn't see before. It'll be able to help you see if somebody's a counterfeit or if somebody's God sent. It'll be able to help you recognize somebody who's truly godly before you go into a godly relationship or marriage. I also got the free mini ebook down in the description with 10 preview questions that you can see before you even get the 100 relationship questions, all right? I'm also doing the one-on-one kingdom calls, y'all. So definitely if you got any questions about your kingdom relationships, about your families, about abstaining, if you got any questions about dealing with a narcissist as a Christian and you want to be able to go about that and navigate that in a Christian, Christ-like, godly way, definitely book a session today. All right, let's get back to the video, right? And I do the same thing in the scriptures. Literally, when I'm studying, that's how I study. These are the secrets. In the Bible, God says there are secrets that he will reveal to us. That's in the Bible and revealed through his spirit. There are secrets that we cannot see, that is hard for us to understand. That's why you have the religious law leaders and the Pharisees who weren't able to recognize and see what Jesus was trying to say and who he was. They didn't recognize that he was the Messiah. Why? Because they didn't have understanding. Why? They couldn't see the spirit. They couldn't see the truth. They was in the dark, right? This is why Jesus called them hypocrites, because they say they follow this, but they don't do it. That's why it's not revealed, because you're not following, because you're being selfish and prideful. So God will not even allow you to see the truth. So you will stay in the dark. You can't see, you will be blind and deaf because he will not allow it. But when you want to, when you want the truth, when you want to see something, that's when God reveals it. Me, I want to see. I will recognize when I'm being prideful. I will ask God, am I being prideful? I will tell God everything that I'm doing, all my sins, all of that, confess it, boom, boom, boom. I will try to be humble. I will allow God to correct me and humble me. And I will reveal everything about me, but I also know God will always reveal the truth when I do that. I've learned that, and the Bible even shows it. But I know other people cannot do that. So the reason why I even want to be a psychologist, and the reason why I want to be a truth teller of God, I want to help people understand God, which you may say is a minister or some may say pastor. Literally, God has taught me to be a teacher. I am a teacher, right? Through Jesus, Jesus created me to be a teacher of the scripture, of the spirit, of who he is. Like, I've learned this, right? And this is why God gave me this channel. He knows that I have a strong passion to help people. Literally, I want to dig deeper and I want to pull the lies out that we believe, that the enemy started to put inside of us since we was born. Because we're born into sin. So if you're born into sin, sin is a lie. Sin lies to you. So immediately you're born into lies. So now lies are going into you because of the world's ways. So God reveals the truth to us that takes us out of the world's mindset. Me, I want God to reveal these things, and I have learned so much from God when it comes to this that I want to remove the lies. Here is it that somebody cannot believe, somebody cannot see something because of how they feel, because of what they went through, because of the demons that's lying to them. because of those things. But God comes to you to take it out, to take it away, to comfort you, to love you, to get you through this thing, to let you know that you are amazing, that you can get through this, that I'm here for you, that you don't have to be afraid, that you can forgive, that this person did this because of their past, that your parents weren't able to understand you, whatever. But you may not know that the same way I didn't know when I was young. I was in the dark. I was getting mad. I was sad. I was angry. I was reacting. I was acting bad. I was acting out. My behavior was bad. Why? Because I couldn't see, y'all. I didn't understand nothing. But then I got closer to God and he revealed it all. So now I don't act that way. I don't feel that way. I forgive them. I understand where they came from. I understand why they did it. And a lot of them don't even understand what they even went through in their life. But it's crazy how God is able to show me what they went through. He's softened my heart to see them even when they can't see themselves. So now I can be understanding. Now I can suffer through the pain when they may act away or treat away, rather than me acting like they're not supposed to treat me that way. Rather than demanding respect and all of this, I want it. But why am I going to demand it when they're blind or they haven't went through what they need to go through in order to see these things, right? I understand that we all have our needs. I understand that we all became a way. We need love in a specific way, and it might be based on how our lives were. I understand how you may be different from me. So instead of me being so mad at you because you're different from me, why don't I just learn our differences? How can I be understanding of that? How can I learn you? Because the more I learned you, the more I learn you, the more I will be able to be understanding to you, rather than thinking you're supposed to be a way. Because the enemy wants division, and he does that because we cannot see stuff. We cannot see things, and he does that by lying to us, telling us that people are supposed to be a way to us, kind of like we deserve this from them or that they owe us something. But God says, you don't deserve nothing. You are worth it, but I'm not doing this for you because you deserve it. So if I start to see people the same way God sees them, I don't deserve this. They don't owe me nothing. Then I can start to be like how Jesus is to them. Then God can send his spirit to help me love them. Because in order to forgive, Jesus said, be understanding, right? He said to forgive, but he also said to be understanding. How can I understand? Do not lean on your own understanding. God will bless you with the understanding if you ask him. God will help you to suffer through the affliction so that you can love others. But he gives you understanding the same way Jesus understood, y'all. Jesus said, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. That means he knew something that we didn't know. And he knew something that we weren't able to see and that we weren't aware of. But then he said that he would give us that. Those who follow him will know that. He will give us the truth. He will send the spirit to help us, to give us the spirit of truth. Meaning, if God gives us the spirit of truth, then he will reveal the lies. So there are people in the world, even us Christians, who cannot recognize what is going on because we are blind because of the world, because of how we was raised, but whatever it is, but God will help us see. And I know it's a lot of us that can't see, and I know it's a lot of us it's hard to understand the Bible, but God has blessed me with the gift to do this. I may not have the gift to be the most merciful to someone else might, but God blessed me with the gift to teach, to understand things, the gift of discernment, to truly understand and see so that I can help people out. That's why I love this. This is why I used to love doing it for just people in general. You don't know how much it fulfilled me when somebody would call me to ask me for help in their situation, with their parent, in their relationship, with any person that they had an issue with. That made me feel good. That fulfilled me. That didn't make me feel like, why are they calling me? They complaining. No, that was like, oh, thank you. I can help somebody. So even though let's just say I don't even know how to get through this in a moment, it's like the spirit will reveal it and I will start analyzing, connecting dots, thinking about this, thinking about that, learning a person, studying them, and figuring out how to get through it, how to see it in a different way. How can I see it in God's way? And that's why God blessed me with this channel. That's why God gives us things. That's why God leads us to things that we didn't even want, that we didn't even know that we could do, that we didn't even know was in us. That's why God blessed me with this channel, so that I can help the people the same way that I help people off camera, and I have been all my life. I love this, y'all. I love this because this will bless our lives. This will bless our relationships. Instead of being divided amongst each other, this helps us to have unity. I can help people to be more understanding to one another, to be more loving and caring to one another. This will build the kingdom. This will increase the fear of God inside of us. This will help us see God and understand God even more when we read the scriptures. And when we do these things, the things that he's promised will actually show up. How do I know? Because he told Abraham to follow him to the promised land. So when we follow God and we listen to what he said, because God said this to Abraham, it was his words that said it. And he listened to God and he followed him, and he was able to lead others to the promised land. And I always tell people that's the land of God's promises. You get to live in his promises because you followed him and you listened to him. This is what happens. That's the truth. I want to help people out of whatever they in, and I want to help people in their relationships or whatever it is. Whatever it is, I want to just help. It's in me to do it. I love it. It's a passion that I'm going to have until I'm gone. Right? And I pray that this blesses so many people in so many ways. And God is using it. That's why God gave me this YouTube channel. And I thank God for it. And I thank y'all for being here. And I hope this channel blesses y'all tremendously, and it continues to bless y'all. And I hope y'all know that everything that I say in these videos that I make is all real, because I love this. I love this. I don't think y'all know, when I do these videos, and it's like 7 videos that I do, that could take 4 hours to do. You feel me? Strong. And then I gotta post every day. That's out of my time. I don't think a person would do all that if they ain't love it. I love this. And I thank God for it. And I thank y'all, and I'm grateful for y'all. And I ask, whatever we learn together, y'all, let's continue to give that to the earth. Let's continue to give that to the world. Let's continue to allow the world to see God through us, yo. All right? Even when it's hard. We got to be willing to suffer, to follow God, to love them, because those promises are not just for us. They're for everybody. God wants to give it to the world, but we got to be the representation and the example. All right? Hope this video blessed y'all in some way. I hope we closer in some type of way. I hope y'all know, man, I love this and I love y'all. I ask that y'all like this video. If it blessed you, please share it with somebody that's going to help them, man. And subscribe if you want to continue to get these type of videos, and if you love my channel, man. All right, I love y'all. I'm going to get at y'all when I get at y'all.